Welcome to another edition of East L.A. Sports Scene as we now go into week number 2 for our coverage of high school game of the week. And tonight it's going to be the Garfield Bulldogs hosting the Venice Gondoliers in a non-conference game. Both teams come into this match 1-2. A little disappointing for Venice, but that's on the other side of building up their program for this year. So Coach Gasca is restructuring the team. And anyway, it's always a test for the actual conference games, which are going to happen for them in 2 weeks. On the other side, for the Garfield Bulldogs, this is their final non-conference game, and they will start league play next week. But this is a big, big matchup for Coach Hernandez, as every season he wants to schedule a very strong non-conference team. Last year, it was the Dorsey Dons that came in. This year, the Venice Gondoliers ranked number 3 in the Max Preps L.A. City Section school list. So it's going to be a very, very good and hopefully a very close ball game all the way through. So that will set the stage here as we're ready for the kickoff in just a moment. Coming to you from Bulldog Stadium here on the campus of Garfield High School. This is East L.A. Sports Scene's coverage of the high school game of the week, Venice versus Garfield.
Captains are walking across the field to the center with the family in hand.
Let's go!
Here we are, set for the opening kickoff, the Garfield Bulldogs. First home game of the season, and here they go. The kick is up, and it's going. Caught at about, let's call it the 10-yard line. Here is the open receive. Oh, he's got some blocks on the right side. Plenty of blockers ahead of him, and at the 30, the 20. Oh, knocked out of bounds. Touchdown saving tackle. Number 14 for Garfield. Joshua Franklin ran down the receiver there, number 3. And it was DeJuan Parham from, let's call it the 10-yard line all the way down to the 19. Let's do the math here very quickly. 30, 40, 70-yard, unofficially 70-yard kickoff return. The Venice Gondoliers are in business. Let's try to set the lineups here for you. In the backfield, at least, we're going to give you the quarterback, number 7. That's Alexander Diamond. Number 3, look out for DeJuan Parham. There's the running play. Positive yardage on the carry there. We'll set the lineup here for you in just a moment. Okay, number 7, Diamond, Alexander. And in there with you, number 5 is Elijah Lee, and number 22, Joseph Dews. Diamond stops, passes, over right through the hands of his intended receiver. 6. Incomplete, clock stops with 11-11. We're going to set the Garfield defense here for you in just a second. East L.A. Sports Scene is being presented courtesy of Time Warner Cable. Watch more exciting high school sports coverage on Time Warner Cable. Visit twcsportschannel.com for more info. Here we go, running play off the left side, off the edge. And number 5, the ball carrier there for Venice. Picked up some yardage, Elijah Lee. Still just in the opening first possession series of the game for either team is Venice. Quarterback out of spread formation, hands it off to his running back. Oh, he's got a block. And does he get in? He may be close. Let's see where they... Number 12, the ball carrier for the Gondoliers. DeJuan Thompson.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no. Oh, he going to set up real fast. Well, said it's going to be a blowout.
Second down for the Gondoliers in white. Number 3 ranking in the city.
Keep it on the game, though. Keep it on the game, though.
He goes
Keep it on the game, though.
over left tackle.
Keep it on the game, though.
Looks like it was number 5.
Keep it on the game, though. Nothing about no neighborhood. I ain't keep it on the game, though. Y'all come see us too, so keep it on the game, though. It go both ways.
Elijah Lee.
Shit, I don't give a fuck about your school. Keep it on the football field, Joe. Y'all came to us last year. We didn't say shit. So don't feel
Okay, a penalty here is going to be assessed against the Gondoliers.
this is what we do. Give a damn where we at.
Okay, pushing them back. That's a major penalty. See what the referee there in the white hat is indicating.
Let's go,
Okay,
B.
very, very major penalty against the Gondoliers. It drove them right from the brink of scoring all the way back.
Showed them nothing but respect at the house.
All the way back to, let's see, all the way back. Let's see where they pushed it to at least the 20-yard line. Pass, slant, got his receiver. Ganged up there and stopped short of a touchdown. Let's see who the receiver was on that. Number 9 was it receiver on that play, and that was Kalen Jones. Good yardage on the route there, on the post route. Center the ball onto the right side of the field. Pro set formation, diamond. Drop beam back, is flushes out of the pocket, skips it, misses it, makes the tackler miss. And let's see, he's going to be close enough to, he's going to be short of a touchdown. 45, Jeremy Chavez, number 40, Jose Romero. Some of the defensive linemen being asked to step up big here. The front four for the Garfield Bulldogs. We'll be back in a moment. This is East L.A. Sports' High School Game of the Week. There's a toss. He looks like he has room for the TD. Does he slip the tackle and then fall in? There he is. He's in for the touchdown. Venice goes up first on, let's call it a 1-yard run. And with 8:24 left in the first quarter, it's going to be Venice. Let's see who the place kicker is. There's a snap, the hold, the kick is up. And it's good. 95, the kicker for Venice. He gets credit for the point after. And that's Kevin Messina. So, kickoff coming up in just a moment. Venice in white, Garfield ready to have their first possession of the game. This is East L.A. Sports Scene. Set to kick off, Venice in white. And it's a good long kick heading into the end zone. This will not be returned. And we're going to see the Bulldogs now for the first time coming out on the offensive side. Garfield Bulldogs in front of the home crowd for the first time. First 3 games of the season on the road. Handoff. To the run, off left tackle, it goes for nothing. Asensio Navarro is the quarterback for Garfield. We'll try to get you the rest of the running backfield in a moment. Giving you some numbers. Number 9 is in there as a starter. Tyjon Delancey. Number 11, Dion Washington. Dropping back. He's got a completion here to Washington. And he slips. Maybe we'll pick up a yard or two on that carry. So Navarro, the quarterback, number 12, looking at Dion Washington. Also is other running back, Tyjon Delancey. Number 9's in the backfield, Delancey. Handoff given over there on the right side to number 4, Isaiah Vaughn. He may get back to the line of scrimmage. Let's see, back to punt for the Bulldogs. Snap, the kick. Taken at the 40-yard line. Looking for some blockers. He's at the 10. Oh, my good, 60. Give him credit. He went in from the 40-yard line, untouched. No tackler near him. Number 3, Dewan Powerhouse, electrifying the crowd here for Venice. 13-0. And just like that, lightning speed and a quick touchdown return. It's no good, no good. He missed a point after. So after a 60-yard punt return, Venice goes up 13-0. There's an electrical problem on the scoreboard at Garfield. And it shows 8 for Garfield. Actually, it is a 0. So they'll have to fix that in the future. And here we go, the second kickoff.
It's returnable now. Let's go get it.
Oh, he's going to be wrapped up. That's not going to be much of a return there. Number 4 was the returner for, again, the backfield. We can give that to you right away. 11 is the, and number 9, Tyjon Delancey. Another running play is going to produce a 0 yardage on that carry for the runner. It's going to bring up 2nd and 10 for Garfield. No huddle. Looking in now, we'll see a number 10 is Joshua Davis. He's on the field as well. Asensio hands it off to his running back, number 9. He gets no yardage. Punt formation. Here goes Peralta again. Very high punt's going to go out of bounds here. Line. Clock is moving. 3 minutes and 24 seconds left. Snap, rolling to his right. Finds a seam there on the defense. Up into the secondary already. Still spinning.
Oh, let's go,
still going.
Let's go, Zach.
And then he stopped after a huge gain. Let's see, is that play going to stand? Yeah, the clock continues to move. First down for the Gondoliers. Huge individual effort there by the quarterback. And easily made the first down and then got more yardage after he slipped tackles. And the clock is moving now with 2 minutes and 50 seconds left in the quarter. Opening quarter. Hand off to the running back, number 12, finds a huge opening over the left tackle. Still moving downfield into the secondary. It's going to be another first down. DeJuan Thompson, the ball carrier. 2:38, the clock stopped as he was rolled out of bounds. 13-0 in favor of Venice. .22, the lone setback there. That's Joseph Dews. But okay. 35, give him credit for the stop there, even though the quarterback slipped on the turf and went down. 2 minutes left in the opening period. 13-0 in favor of Venice. East L.A. Sports Scene bringing you tonight's high school game of the week. non-conference matchup. There's a snap. Diamond looking to let it go. It's going to be no good. He bobbled it and couldn't hold on. Oh, beautifully thrown pass, executed by the coach there, Angelo Gasca. He's put his quarterback on display. The ball is basically in the air for 40 yards on the fly and just out of the grasp of his receiver. Number 9, that was Kalen Jones. So it could have been 6, but it's brought back here. They're going to redo the play. 3rd and about, let's call it 25. Diamond looking on a slant pass. Play still worse. He was wide open. And that was number 9 pitching it back. Jones, the receiver, back to the running back, Joseph Dews. And it's going to be short of a first down, but let's see what Coach Gasca does here. The call, here comes the Gondoliers up to the line of scrimmage. Man in motion. Diamond to Dews. Over the first down yard marker. They're going to spot him.
First down, Gondos.
Looks like he'll be inside the 10-yard line. It's going to be 1st and goal to go for the... The Gondoliers ranked up in the top 3 of the city section. Diamond on a post pattern. Oh, looks like his touchdown. There it is. The touchdown for Venice. Darius Brown coming with 33 seconds left in the first quarter. Messina in for the point after. Kick is up, and it's going to be good. So roughly a 9-yard touchdown pass on a look-in from Diamond to his receiver, number 4. Give him credit for that touchdown. Darius Brown. We'll be back with the kickoff in just a moment. This is East L.A. Sports Scene. Kickoff, here it comes.
Oh, yeah. That's it.
And it's going to be taken, caught in the end zone, automatic touchback, so first of the game. Quick look-in pass. That will gain nothing on the play. Navarro, and that's going to be it for the first quarter. It's going to be 2nd down for Garfield as they switch sides in the field. This is East LA Sports Scene. Went out on the 3 and out here and now surrendered the ball back to the Gondoliers. Just early in the second quarter, and Diamond dropping back, airs it out, beautiful spiral, had a receiver, just overthrown him by a few yards. East LA Sports Scene is being presented courtesy of Time Warner Cable. This is East LA Sports Scene's coverage of the high school game of the week, Garfield versus Venice. Here, Venice comfortably ahead by 3 touchdowns, 20-0. Both teams coming into tonight's contest with the 1-2 records. Venice very, very powerful, very, very dangerous on offense. Spread formation. Diamond has receivers on both sides of the field. Darius Brown's a senior, 5'8", 165 pounds, and Diamond, like a surgeon, just picking apart the Garfield secondary. As we mentioned, Garfield comes into tonight's contest ranked in the number, check that, Venice comes in ranked in the number 3 spot. .10:56 left. Diamond has the receiver again. Beautiful catch, and then number 12, give him credit for the reception. That's DeJuan Thompson. So Venice and Coach Angelo Gasca just picking apart Garfield here on their defense. Beautiful Friday night here. Garfield picks up the fumble. Diamond had it in his hand for the Bulldogs to see if they can turn that into a momentum builder. Giving the defense a breather now. They're going to go off the field, try to recuperate. And let the offense come back on for Coach Lorenzo Hernandez. They need to put some offense together here. Handoff. Coming around right in. There's 9 on the carry for Garfield. Navarro is in at quarterback. He's only a sophomore, number 12.
Hey, use your hand. There you go. I like,
oh my goodness. Handoff. And he just. Okay, Navarro looking for receiver on down and out. No good, incomplete. Let's see what that pass was intended for. It's going to bring a 3 and out now for the Bulldogs. 9:40 left. They're going to have to punt. Out the back in punt formation, number 6.
Oh, that's all right. Oh, that's returnable.
Oh, and Venice, again, has their hands on the ball here. That was the Dewan Parham back in punt formation, number 3. So it's been a frustrating night on offense for the Bulldogs, not able to muster any kind of offense, no rhythm. And it could be a very long night if Venice begins to put more points up on the board. They are explosive. They can score from any point on the field, as we've seen thus far. 1st and 10, they spotted right at the 50-yard line. Diamond dropping back, look out, pressured, and he's dropped just right out of the pocket. Number 26, give him credit for Garfield, along with number 57. We're trying to identify those players for you.
Right there. Throw it. Let him get in traffic. But just don't turn the ball over.
Okay, some of the numbers not matching up with our Max Preps roster here. And we apologize for that. Number 57, though, we'll give him credit. Eddie Velasquez. Snap. Diamond passes. Has a man open right here. Lee at the 45. Broke a tackle. Diamond now. Pro set formation. Handoff to his running back. It's going to bring up, let's call it here, 2nd, and we'll call it 9. Clock is moving now with just 8 minutes left in the first half. Jones comes out of the game for a breather. Let's see who's put in his place. Oh, there's a pass is caught. Still on his feet, dragging. So the completions, and then there's more yardage tacked on after. Lamar Stewart was that receiver on that play. Call it 1st and 10 from the 11-yard line. Spread offense here for Diamond, looking to his right on a post pattern. Oh, look out. Is it good? Touchdown. Yes, it was. Juan Parham, 2nd touchdown of the game for him. And with 7:14 left in the first half, Venice adds on another score. 26-0. They're going to go for the point after now. The snap, the kick, it's up, looks good, is good. 27-0 now in favor of the Gondoliers from Venice. And we'll be back with the kickoff in just a moment. This is East L.A. Sports Scene. There's a kickoff. Yeah, let's sort things out here. After the Venice kickoff, Garfield will have possession. See where they spot the ball. It's going to be at, let's call it about the, well, they're going to give it to him at the 20-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. Dropping back as a quarterback, has his receiver, spins left on the pivot. Trying to gain more yardage after the catch, and is going to be dropped. Let's call it maybe at about the 30-yard line. It might be close enough for a first down.
No first down.
And about 4. Pickup of about 6. I formation. And number 9, the ball carrier for the Bulldogs, Tyjon DeLancey. Clock moves now with 6 minutes and 30 seconds left in the half. 27-0 our score here for Venice in front of the Garfield Bulldogs. Navarro. Oh, ball was back. Clock stops with 6 minutes and 17 seconds left. Again, both teams coming into tonight's game with a 1-2 record. Next week will be the start of the Eastern League for the Garfield Bulldogs. They will take on the Huntington Park Spartans, and that will be here. It's a home game, the league opener. Airing it out for Garfield. Oh, my goodness. Double coverage there on the intended receiver. No flag on the play, so he wasn't deterred from catching up to the ball, but it was thrown nicely by the Garfield quarterback. Third and 10. Oh, he's got a man open over the middle, and Navarro found him. It's going to be enough for the first down. Number 19, the reception there for Garfield. First and 10, one of the very few first downs we've seen for the Bulldogs. At the 45-yard line, their own. Navarro, hands off. Oh, off right tackle, found an opening. And it looks like it was 9, DeLancey, bursting forward for a positive yardage first down. So 2 good plays here by the Bulldogs have given them some rhythm. And they now move forward here from their opponent's 45-yard line. First and 10 for the Bulldogs, I formation. Still going. Looks like it was Navarro on a quarterback option play. He went off left tackle, found a seam, and got into the box and moved forward for some extra yardage. Clock moving with 5 minutes and 20 seconds left.
7, I think.
First and 10 again for the Bulldogs. Now trying to put something together here. Pass on the right flat. Oh! Coming in and laying the leather down, number 1, Stewart. And the pass was caught by number 4. That was Vaughn, Isaiah Vaughn. And just stopped right at the line of scrimmage. But a good textbook tackle there. Coming in from number 1, Leon Stewart. Navarro out of the I formation. Dropping back, look out, throws a screen pass into the flat to DeLancey. Slips a couple of tackles and loses yardage on the play. Clock moving with 4 minutes and 15 seconds left in the half. It's all Venice tonight. The Gondoliers comfortably ahead 27-0. We're just in the first half of play as we wind it down here in the second quarter. 4 minutes even left. Garfield putting a little bit of offense together here in this series of plays. Third and let's call it 13. Dropping back is Navarro. Airs it out downfield too far. Let's see who the pass was intended for. Number 11 for the Bulldogs. Deion Washington, the receiver. Incomplete. Clock stops with 3:47. 4th and 12. Timeout's going to be taken on the field by the Venice Gondoliers. We'll be back. in just a moment. This is East L.A. Sports Scene. Okay, we came back to the action, and it looks like Garfield gambled, and it was a fake punt. And it kind of Delancey. So a huge play there for the Bulldogs. Plenty of time here for them to deliver a touchdown to get themselves up on the board here for the home fans. Right behind Navarro at fullback is number 8, Jaquan Shaw.
They ain't got to score!
Hand off to Shaw. No, kept by Navarro. Looks like he's got enough distance for the touchdown. And he's in on a quarterback keeper. So a touchdown goes to Navarro, Ausencio, his first name, with 3 minutes left. And the Bulldogs give the home fans something to cheer about. They have a score. 27-6. And that came with exactly 3 minutes left in the first half. So an approximately, unofficially, a 10-yard run by the quarterback, Navarro, and there, the play sequence broke down there. Referee tossed the flag. And it's going to go against the Bulldogs, so let's see what Venice does here. Score up on the board now reads 27-6, 3 minutes left. Beautiful evening here in East Los Angeles, California, the home of the Garfield Bulldogs. From the 40, it's going to be a pooch kick going out of bounds. And Garfield trying to get itself back, get the ball back, and try to put up more points before the end of the first half. But the result was negative. The ball's going to go to the Venice Gondoliers. First and 10, let's call it from about the 45-yard line. (27-6). Here comes Venice now. Always a threat here when they have possession. Spread field here for Diamond. Dropping back, throwing it, airing it out. Oh! Dewan Parham, the intended receiver, number 3, had a couple of steps on his man there in the open field. But a beautiful pass there thrown by the quarterback, Alexander Diamond. Second down, man in motion. Handoff. Goes off right tackle. See who the ball carrier was here. .22 the ball carrier there for Venice. Joseph Dews. Joseph Dews ball carrier. Out of the shotgun is Diamond. Triplets out here to the left for receivers. Looking to his left. He's going to pick one of the targets. Oh, incomplete. Oh, wide open, but you could tell he had just turned his head and the result was an incomplete pass. It's going to bring up fourth now. Fourth, and let's call it a long 8. Overloads on the right side. Plenty of receivers for Diamond to pass to. Lone running back. And there's going to be a delay of game penalty assessed to the Venice Gondoliers. They're having some issues there about what play they were going to call, and it looked like the coach, Gasca, has sent in an audible or changed the play call. Okay, there was a punt. It's going to go out of bounds at about, let's call it the 20. Okay, here we go now. Garfield with the ball. It's going to be a pass, option pass. Garfield in possession. Here we go. Winding things down. 1:44 left in the half. But out the, blocked. Beautiful block there by the defense. And Peralta then falls on it.
Let's go. Let's get a score.
Number 50, give him credit for that. Busting in there from his defensive line position, number 50. That was Zach Kranich-Roth. Give him credit for the block punt. And now the Venice Gondoliers in great position to put more points up on the board with 1:37 left in the half. They're leading very comfortably by a 3-touchdown margin, 27-6. Here come the Gondoliers up to the line of scrimmage. A spread offense here for the quarterback, Alexander Diamond. Dropping back, looking left for one of his receivers. Oh, he falls down. Slipped on the turf there, and he was wide outs on both sides. Diamond dropping back for a screen play. He's got his receiver, a running back, and he's going towards the touchdown and in. Touchdown for Venice. Let's give it unofficially from about the 25-yard line. Joseph Dews doing what he does best, running after the catch. And with 1:22 left, here 6 more points up on the board for Venice. 33-6 now. Here comes Messina in for the point after. There's the snap, the placement, the kick is up. And they say no good, wide to the left. We'll be back with the kickoff in just a moment. This is East L.A. Sports Scene. There's a run up, there's a kick. It's going to go deep and then unreturnable. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. 33-6. Bulldogs facing a huge mountain to climb here. And we're just still in the first half of play. Running play off to the left side. It looks like it may be enough for the first down, maybe 9 yards on the carry. Clock is moving. Second down, let's call it about 7 on the series of downs for the Bulldogs. Moving forward, just a running play, ground and pound. Are the Bulldogs looking for the first down, maintain possession within the last minute of play in the first half. Chains are moving forward. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs at their own, let's call it 33-yard line. Delancey with the carry. Very low to the ground. Not a very, very big target, but he's nonetheless has some very good running skills. Delancey, first name Tyjon. Clock running with 20 seconds. Here goes the pitch right back to him, the same play. And he's brought down at the 40. Now the referee on the field blows the whistle and stops play.
Watch the ball. Now you drop your safety back. 10 seconds.
And now he's going to run the clock with 10 seconds. Let's see if the Bulldogs get the snap off in time.
Back up!
And Navarro does get it off. The play is going to go towards the running back off left tackle. He gains 5 yards, and that will do it. 0.3 seconds left in the half, and there's a first down as a result of that carry. And there is the end of the first half. Officially, with the score reading, Venice 33, Garfield 6. We'll be back after the halftime. And this will be the first possession of the second half for Coach Hernandez and the Garfield Bulldogs coming in to the contest tonight with a record of 1-2. Recapping their schedule thus far, on August 30th, they opened up against St. Bonaventure and lost that game. Then they played Edison, lost a close one there. And then last week, they traveled to South Los Angeles and played George Washington Prep and beat them convincingly. Now, game number 4, week number 4, it is the Venice Gondoliers. Here they are, and Garfield, the blast right up the middle. Let's see who the ball carrier was. Probably was Delancey, number 9. That's affirmative. He gets credit for, let's call it a modest 4-yard gain, 2nd and 6. What? What? No, the other one.
I'm using the one that you gave me like before the halftime.
Yeah, and this one?
This one that we said to Ricky to charge, didn't charge nothing.
That's lightweight, though. You older than me.
Clock is moving now, 10:45 left in the third quarter. Garfield with the ball. And a gain of 0 on that play. It was a first down call. Oh, check that. That was a play enough for the first down. Garfield in possession. Navarro dropping back, chased out of the pocket. Running for his life, trying to get out of bounds. Up to the line of scrimmage, and no dice on that. He's going to be stopped short of the line of scrimmage. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards, 2nd and 12 for the Bulldogs. Just on the way here in the third quarter, 10 minutes left. Coach Hernandez trying to get some offense generated here. Receivers on both sides of the ball. Delancey, broke free there at the line of scrimmage, still on his feet. Look out. He may go all the way. He's at the 40, 30, 20, weaving in and out of traffic. Then he's going to be brought down from behind. But after, let's call it at least, line of scrimmage was about the 30. He's all the way down to the Venice 20. Trying to put the math together there. At least a 50-yard run for Tyjon Delancey. And he followed his blockers downfield and then did a ballet dance all the way down to the 20-yard line, showing some good change of direction and knowing the tacklers were about him. And he just went from left to right. And he wove a tapestry there all the way down to, let's call it the 5. Looks like the ball spotted out the 5-yard line. Garfield back to Delancey. Here he comes over the right side on the right guard. And Delancey is one of those explosive runners. If you can get him just past the line of scrimmage in the open field, lights could be out there once he gets going. Lots of speed, change of direction. Navarro pitch. Delancey over left tackle, good. Looks like he's gotten into the end zone from here. No, the official there, the line judge says no, he's just shy. Garfield knocking on the door here thanks to a huge rush there by Tyjon Delancey, number 9 on his jersey. Navarro, pitch again to Delancey. This time he looks like he's in. There's a signal from the line side judge. Touchdown. 8:37 left in the third quarter. Garfield Bulldogs strike pay dirt.
Hey, we all right.
And they will go up on the board here with the second score of the evening. Let's see who comes in for the point after. Number 43 has been inserted into the lineup for Coach Hernandez. And let's see, obviously they're going to go for 2. Navarro rolls out to the right, and the bootleg is going to be short. And it was intended for the substitute, number 43. That was Frankie Robles. So it's incomplete. Point after no good. And the score now reads on the board, Venice 33, Garfield 12. We'll be back with the kickoff in just a moment. This is East L.A. Sports Scene. Oh, there was a bluff on the kick. Number 17 lined up as a kickoff specialist. No good, and backfired on Garfield. And picking it up Hey, number 15 gets credit for a huge return there for Venice. And caught Garfield there out of their of their special coverage. And DeAndre Allen looking good there, going down the far sideline with nothing but green grass ahead of him, but they angled him off and knocked him out of bounds. It's called it at the 30-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Gondoliers. Alexander Diamant now at quarterback. We apologize for the mispronunciation on his name in the first half. We're going to get it correct here for the remainder of the game. Alexander Diamant looking left. He's got a receiver open. And there he is, number 12, continuing to gain yardage after the catch. DeJuan Thompson, along with DeJuan Parham, are the two favorite receivers for Alexander Diamant, having a field day tonight here with his passing percentages. First and 10 here from, let's call it the 20-yard line. Diamant looking right. Oh, gets stuffed out of the pocket, finds his receiver here down the sideline near the goal line. And it's going to be knocked out of bounds. Busted play there for the Gondoliers, but Diamant made something out of it. And he found his receiver, number 12 there again, DeJuan Thompson. So it's a very, very difficult quarterback to contain is Alexander Diamant. And he has been committed to Indiana University going to the Big Ten. He'll continue on his college days at a very, very prominent Division I school. Here's Diamant taking the snap, handing it off to his running back. He's going to be diving in. It looks like a touchdown. It is a touchdown for Venice. They put up an answering to the touchdown scored by the Bulldogs on their possession. Give credit to number 22. That's Joseph Dews. He just rolled it right in there behind that big offensive line. The score up on the board now 39 for Venice, 12 for Garfield. Comes a point after touchdown. Messina waiting for the snap. The holder calls for it. There it is. It's up. It looks good. And it is good. Touchdown, the Venice Gondoliers. East L.A. Sports Scene is being presented courtesy of Time Warner Cable. Watch more exciting high school sports coverage on Time Warner Cable. Visit twcsportschannel.com for more information. We'll be back with a kickoff in just a moment. This is East L.A. Sports Scene. And it's looking now to get the ball downfield. There's a line drive boot. It's going to be picked up right at the 1 yard line. Garfield's going to run it back. Oh, he's got lit up right there. Let's call it at about the 20-yard line. Dews was the man in on the tackle, so we've seen Joseph Dews was some excellent skills here. And the Garfield run back player there just got leveled. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. Navarro, quarterback keeper over left guard, left tackle. He may get a yard on the play. Alcencio Navarro, he's a sophomore, so Coach Hernandez putting a lot of faith in his sophomore quarterback. No huddle offense. Here come the Bulldogs. I formation or offset I. Delancey's in the backfield for Garfield, along with his teammate number 8. Check that, number 8, Jaquan Shaw. Delancey and Shaw in the backfield for the Bulldogs. Lots of offense shown tonight here by the Venice Gondoliers. That's why they're ranked up in the top 5. We said they're at the number 3 position. But here comes Garfield back with a running play. And number 43, Robles on the carry. Got some positive yardage. Chains, yard marker moves up a couple of yards. Third, and we'll call it 5 for the Bulldogs. Clock moving with 6:25 left in the third quarter. Oh, Delancey got sacked in there. Number 94 got in there and just took care of business for the Gondoliers. That's going to be a negative yardage situation there for Garfield. 94, Randy Davis, give him credit for that sack, for the stop there. Number 6, Nicky Peralta in for Garfield. He'll be doing the punting. Be very watchful for the defensive line. They have credit for a blocked punt tonight, which of course led to a touchdown back in the first half. Peralta gets off a very short kick, but it takes a Garfield bounce, drops dead at about the 40, let's call it the 45-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Venice Gondoliers. 5:32 left in the third quarter. And the defense for Garfield is getting a tremendous workout tonight, to say the least. Facing one of the top quarterbacks in the country in Alexander Diamant. This is week 4 for the Gondoliers as they come in from a loss to Oaks Christian last week. Diamant in the flare pass here. He's got his receiver. And there was number 6. Number 6 took the hit. He got lit up, but he held the ball. Keno Mitchell. Well, the Garfield defender had to bring down a load there because Mitchell certainly was in high gear on that run after the catch. Gain of about 2 on the play. 2nd and 8 for Venice. Diamant, handoff. Oh, look out. Number 1, ball carrier, still on his feet. Leon Stewart. And he will gladly take the ball for the run and pick up near the first down. In fact, it is enough for the first down. The Venice Gondoliers showing a variety of weapons, both in the air and on the ground. Coach Angelo Gasca doing very well with his team here. National ranking coming into tonight's game from Max Preps, the national rank of 533, and in the California ranks number 62 among high schools. Diamant, look out, look left, flushed out of the pocket, still on his feet, going right, pick up more yardage, slipping tackles. Now he's coming back to the left. Oh, nice tackle there, good angle tackle there. Or Diamant might have broke that for a touchdown, having run about 50 yards just on the first phase of that play. There's a Garfield player that's injured on that play. Let's see who we can pick up who it is. And while they tend to that player, we're going to take a timeout here on the sideline up in the press box at Garfield Bulldog Stadium. This is East L.A. Sports Scene. Okay, clock is running with just under 4 minutes left in the third quarter. Here comes Venice now on the attack. Diamant has his man in motion. Flips it back, coming the other way. And the man in motion, he went to the right, but came back and circled to the left. And DeJuan Thompson taking the goods forward. It's enough for the first down. Venice on the march again. 3:39, the clock stopped just to move the chains. 40-12, the score on the field of play. Out of the gun, here comes Diamant. Looking to the right. Oh, beautiful pass. Timing there, perfect. Complete to Keno Mitchell. Diamant to Mitchell. You can read this in a variety of ways tonight, but it's the quarterback finding his receivers in multiple opportunities here. Diamant to Jones, Diamant to Parham, to Brown, to Thompson. He's spreading the wealth around here, as a good quarterback usually does. He's got a great stock of stable of receivers here for Venice. Wideouts on both sides of the field. Man in motion is Mitchell, dropping back, looking for Mitchell here onto the backfield. He turns the corner all the way down to about, let's call it the 5-yard line. So Venice, very dangerous in the red zone. Number 6, Keno Mitchell, showing some outstanding moves here, both as a running back and as receiver. Quickly they come up to the line of scrimmage. Diamant's got him in place. Stewart lone back. Stewart with the ball, dropped it. Look out, it's on the floor. Garfield. Oh, Garfield may have come up with that. Clean handoff it was to the running back Stewart, but as he got to the line of scrimmage, or near the line of scrimmage, it fell out of his hands. And Garfield again capitalizes on a turnover by Venice. You haven't seen too many of those tonight, but Coach Hernandez will take that. Ball would be put in play at about the 1-yard line. So the Gondoliers denied another scoring opportunity. The defensive unit comes back on the field. Out of the I formation of the Bulldogs, Novato takes it over the right guard. Found a seam in the line and moved forward for positive yardage. Gets them a little further away from their goal line. No huddle offense. Handoff to Delancey. Still on his feet. Trying to break free. The whistle comes in very late there, but nonetheless, to see if he can get himself some yardage. It looks like he does. He's close to the first down. Maybe let's call third and half a yard left. So the Bulldogs now just trying to get momentum, trying to work on some things here for their offensive schemes. Got 2 minutes of this quarter and then a full fourth quarter to go. Navarro, again, a quarterback keeper over the left tackle. He has enough for the first down. The Chains will move forward now. 1st and 10. Let's call it from the Garfield 12-yard line. Ausencio Novato, the quarterback, running back Delancey, number 9. He's been the workhorse for the Bulldogs. Snap. Trying to find out who that went to. Yeah, it was Robles, 43. And that was Frankie Robles. Novato again takes a snap. Throws it out in the flat here to his receiver. Oh, he got wrapped up there very quickly. Nothing doing over there. Wrapped up by Lamar Stewart, the receiver on that play, number 4, Isaiah Vaughn for Garfield. Referees are kind to give him a yard gain on the play. 2nd and 9, 3rd and 9 for the Bulldogs. Navarro dropping back, looking left in the flat again. Oh, has he got his man? There's a reception there. Let's see who it was. Bodies piled up there trying to stop him. And that was number 1 for the Bulldogs. Steve Williams. Steve Williams, number 1 for the Bulldogs. Give him credit for that reception. Clock is running now, 15 seconds left in the quarter. 4th and about, let's call it 8. And that should do it here. That was the last play of the third quarter. 5 seconds, 4, 3, 2. They let the clock run out. And that will do it. We'll come back with the start of the fourth and final quarter in just a moment. This is East L.A. Sports Scene. Final quarter, Garfield, 4th and 8. They're going to punt it. Here's Nicky Peralta, number 6. There's a punt again. It's going to go way to the left here. Comes into the stands. And a very, very short kick, we'll call it that. It didn't travel any distance down the field. It just angled out of bounds very quickly. May have a net of about 20 yards on that punt. Venice won't complain. They'll gladly take it because it's going to give them more and better field position. Let's call it the Garfield 41-yard line. It's been all Venice tonight. We've seen an explosive fireworks show led by their All-American high school candidate, number 7, Alexander Diamant, heading to Indiana University in the Big Ten. He's committed. And here he is, looks to his right. He's got his man, his receiver. And he's going to be ridden out of bounds there. On the catch, number 9, Kalen Jones. Let's see what Coach Gasca does here, whether he's going to get a lot of his reserves in here tonight. Get some playing time. Next week, the Gondoliers will travel, and they're going to be playing, it looks like this Dorsey, next week on their schedule. So, handoff. Number 11, the ball carrier, he got the call. And there's a whistle, but number 11, the ball carrier for Venice, Tayon Blackman. Let's see if Coach Gasca sticks with the ground game and just tries to keep the game running, keep it going, therefore minimizing your risk of injury to your starters. And most likely, Coach Gasca will be putting in some of his reserves to get them the game experience they need. Anyway, a penalty was assessed on that play. Holding against Venice is going to drop him back. Diamant in the backfield, out of the gun, fakes it to his hand. Running back is going to go left. Looks for your receiver. Oh, it's incomplete. Pass intended for his wide receiver there at about, let's call it the 40-yard line. Drops incomplete. So the L.A. City section, Division I football, the playoff race. And we circled Crenshaw, Narbonne, Venice, Carson, San Pedro as the top 5. Followed by Birmingham, Roosevelt, Dorsey, Garfield, and Taft. 3rd and 15 for the Gondoliers. Diamant dropping back. He's got time. He's got to intercepted. Oh, nearly intercepted. Oh, my goodness. The Garfield defender wants that back. He was wide open as a defender, and the ball came right to him. That was Chris Alexander. But he couldn't handle it. It drops incomplete. 4th and 15. Coach Gasca now sends in the punting team. Back to kick for Venice is number 33. That's James Charrington. Charrington has it. Kicks it. Good straight ahead punt going down to, let's call it the 10-15 yard line where it's down by a Venice player. And with 10:36 left, Garfield's offensive unit comes back onto the field. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. Trying to make it respectable. However, it's far out of reach. It's 40-12. But let's see what Coach Hernandez will do here. Late in the game, will he get some of his reserves in? Coach Gasca has committed to play a lot of his players, and let's see what Coach Hernandez does. East L.A. Sports Scene is being presented courtesy of Time Warner Cable. Watch more exciting high school sports coverage on Time Warner Cable. Visit twcsportschannel.com for more information. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. Here they come on the ground. Oh, trying to get loose, and does get loose for good yardage, is Tyjon Delancey, number 9. He's been the workhorse for the Bulldogs tonight. well over the 100-yard mark. Remember, in the third quarter, he ripped off a huge 50-yard gain. So he's had multiple carries, so he's about at the 100-yard mark, unofficially. Garfield in a shift. Brings two more players over to the right side. Power shift to the right. Delancey on the carry, over right guard, tackle, and the end, he's still moving. All the way up to the midfield the 45-yard line. And then he's driven out of bounds. Clock stopped on that play. First and 10 for the Bulldogs, moving the chains and trying to find their rhythm again. Here comes the Bulldogs. Navarro. And a whistle sounds, and a timeout's going to be taken by the Bulldogs. They're going to want to talk some things over here. We'll be back with more of High School Game of the Week. This is East L.A. Sports Scene. Here we come now, back to the action after the timeout. Hand up to number 19, coming around the left end. And he may pick up a couple of yards. Ball spotted at about the 44-yard line, 2nd and 9 for the Bulldogs. They're trailing big time in the game tonight. However, they're still carrying out the coach's instructions here, trying to put things together, because next week they open up the Eastern League here at home against the Huntington Park Spartans. Navarro at quarterback has number 43 in there at fullback, Robles. Dropping back, looking for his receiver, number 1. Falls incomplete. Pass is intended for Stevie Williams. Clock stopped with 9:06 left. In the contest. Players looking over to the sideline for the coaching instructions. Fourth and let's call it 7. Navarro looks for a receiver. And he took some tremendous pressure there from the defense. And okay, the ball was batted down at the line of scrimmage. Looks like the Venice Gondoliers will capitalize on either a fumble or an interception. We couldn't really tell from here. Nonetheless, though, they will put the ball in play at about the 49-yard line of Garfield. Alexander Diamant throws it out here to his receiver. Still on his feet. Pass completed to number 3 there, Dewan Parham. Stays in bounds and the clock continues to run with 8 minutes and 40 seconds left. Gain about 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5. Diamant runs out of the pocket on his left side in front of the Garfield bench. Look out. Got out of bounds after picking up the first down. First and 10 for Venice. Ball spotted at about the 38-yard line. Parham in motion. Hand out to the second runner through, number 22, Joseph Dews. D-E-W-S. Joseph Dews has had himself a very, very good ball game. Here comes Venice now up to the line of scrimmage. Diamant throws a bullet for his receiver. Number 4 still going. And now finally brought down, he found Darius Brown on the post pattern. Threaded the needle, perfect spiral to his receiver. Four-step drop by the quarterback and found his receiver open, as he should have been. And he was there for the completion. Venice on the march again, looking for another score. Diamant, flushed out of the pocket, but still moves forward for some positive yardage. You look right, receivers were covered and then went up the middle. They'll give him credit for about 3 yards on that gain, 2nd and 7. Here comes Venice now out of the shotgun is Diamant. Hands it off to his running back. Oh, still moving. Tayon Blackman, number 11, got the call. It looks like he got into the end zone there for the touchdown. Number 11 scores here for Venice at 6:49 left in the contest. Here's a try for the point after. It's up. And it's good. Point after, okay, added on and makes it 47 to 12 is the score on the field right now. We'll be back with the kickoff in just a moment. This is East L.A. Sports Scene. Ready for the kickoff. Here comes Venice. Up to approach, and here's a kick. It's going to go deep. It will not. It'll be caught at about the 1 yard line by Garfield. Still up on his feet. Looks like it was number 1, Williams, on the return. Got a nice return out of that all the way up to about the 30 yard line. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. Okay, let's see what Coach Hernandez does with the offensive unit here. 5 minutes and 48 seconds left. Let's see if they're going to be able to generate a touchdown drive here. Handoff goes to Robles over right tackle. Coming in at quarterback is number 1, Williams, taking over for the sophomore, Ausencio Navarro. He went most of the game. Now Coach Hernandez wants to take a look at a different alignment. Williams hands it off. Here comes Vaughn over the left side. And Vaughn gets the first down but pays the price for it. Gets it out up to the, let's call it the 43 yard line. Hold on, they're going to call a penalty on that play. Going to move the ball all the way back to, let's call the line of scrimmage to 31. Williams on the pitch to Vaughn. They want to go to the right side. He's going to be stacked up there at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Pitch was to Vaughn, number 4. Clock is moving with 4 minutes and 20 seconds left in the game. Venice 47, Garfield 12. Next week, Venice will take on the Dorsey Dons, and Garfield opens play against Huntington Park. Basic running play. Let's see who got the call. Looks like it was Robles. Fullback got the call for the Bulldogs. Clock moving now with 3:40 left in the game. Okay, Garfield set now. They're at the line of scrimmage. And there's a punt by Peralta. This one goes straight up the field. And it's picked up there by Venice, and he's going to be tackled immediately. Number 8 for Venice, Lamar Stewart, and wasn't able to gain any yardage on the return of that punt. 1st and 10 for the Gondoliers from Venice. Looking for one more scoring drive here to close out the game. They're going to put the ball in play at their own 25-yard line. Okay, they're scrambling up to the line of scrimmage. Here comes Alexander Diamant, also known as Xander to his teammates and his family. Handoff, look out. Breaking tackles off the left side, or following his line up to the line of scrimmage and then getting free. Looks like it's number 28. And John Paramore, number 28, inserted into the game here by Coach Gasca. Number 8, wide receiver Stewart coming out here to the right. Diamant has his alignment here on the line of scrimmage. Handoff, here it goes to his running back. Fumble. Oh, picking it up is Garfield, trying to return that and give credit to number 21 for Garfield. It looked like a play on positive yardage for Venice, but number 21 came flying in there, Joseph Silva. And he turns it around for the Bulldogs, and the clock is running with 1 minute and 2 seconds left. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. So a quick turn of events there. From Venice on the march to Garfield, picking up another fumble. And that's the 3rd turnover by Venice in tonight's ball game. Williams dropping back, airs it out, way downfield, and let's see, it's innocent, no, dropped. Broken up by Venice. It was a good throw by Williams. But Stevie Wood, check that, number 1, Leon Stewart, back there to defend. He broke it up. Clock stopped with, matter of fact, the clock is not stopped. 13 seconds, the final play of the game. Here comes Vaughn trying to get out over left end. No. Racked up there, touched in the backfield, maybe to the line of scrimmage. And that should do it. The final play of the game was right there. And Garfield just barely getting to the line of scrimmage. And the final is going to read Venice 47, Garfield 12. Both teams will line up at the 50-yard line for the sportsmanship and the friendship handshake, and that will put the finishing touches on this non-conference matchup between Venice and Garfield. Venice representing the Western League, Garfield the Eastern League. So here they go, right at the 50-yard line. Coaches and players putting their hands out to salute each other in friendship and in sportsmanship. And stay tuned for our post game coming up here on East L.A. Sports Scene. Final score, Venice 47, Garfield 12. Okay, in the post-game scenario right here at the home of the Garfield Bulldogs, the visiting Venice Gondoliers put on a very, very wow, we want to say a tremendous and explosive offensive show led by their quarterback, number 7, Alexander Diamant. And Alexander, talk about tonight's game for us.
They're a good team. They came out, they're running really hard on us, and we struggled a little bit with that. They completed a few good passes, but they play hard, man, and that's always fun to come out and actually have a game. We don't like teams that just, roll over, and they definitely didn't, so respect for them.
Well, tonight was a good matchup between Eastern League and Western League,
Yeah.
so both teams
It was
tuning
East
up.
versus West, so.
There you go, tuning up because you got another big game next week, and then the conference.
Definitely.
You're going to Dorsey. You played Dorsey,
Yep,
right?
yep.
And then Garfield will open up their conference here with Huntington Park. But nonetheless, both teams here getting their rhythms.
Yeah, exactly.
as they say.
We're not there yet, so we're a little sloppy tonight, and we take it 1 week at a time. We weren't looking towards Dorsey. We're focused on Garfield, so we're gonna get back Monday and look at the film and kind of clean it up a little bit.
Your assessment thus far, 4 games in, and now 2-2 in the record. But again, this is the first part of the season. You're going to be looking really for the conference play. But Coach Gasca and the coaching staff, let's talk about what's going on with the philosophy and the character of this team.
Well, that's the biggest thing. Coach Gasca always just instills, take it 1 week at a time, 1 play at a time even. And so like I said, we really focus week to week, and we don't let up on anybody. It doesn't matter if we're playing Garfield or Oaks Christian or Hamilton. It doesn't matter. So that's our biggest thing. Just take it week by week and fix all the little things. Because right now we have some little things to clean up.
Okay, and Alexander, we understand you are now on the way out of town. You're going back to Indiana.
Yeah,
You've committed there to going into the Big Ten, and that's got to be a huge, as they say, a very, very good feeling for you and your family.
Yeah, I'm honored. They've treated me so well, and I couldn't be happier with my decision. And like I said, they're just, it feels like home already. It feels like home. So I'm ready to win a city championship with my team this year and head out.
Okay, and just recapping tonight's game, a variety of weapons, a variety of great receivers, good running backs. You had the arsenal really just laid out here for the opponent tonight, and you guys really were on point for most of the game.
Yeah, our O-line did great. They gave me time all night, and they were really blitzing. And, athletically, we can match up with anybody. We have the best athletes in the city. Great receivers all across the board, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we won't hold you back too much longer, but we want to say thank you very
Thanks a
much
lot.
for
Appreciate
giving
it.
us the opportunity to take a look at you tonight.
Appreciate it.
For Venice.
Thanks.
All right, leading the Venice Gondoliers to victory, big time, 47-12. Good luck on the trip, Alexander, and we'll see you soon. Okay, when you come back. All right, now we're going to bring in the head coach for the Venice Gondoliers, Angelo Gasca, and Coach. First time to meet you. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
We're doing fine. Our first look at the Venice Gondoliers, and this is our opportunity here to be able to see different teams coming into the east side. And last year, Coach Knox brought in Dorsey, and we did that game here. So this time it's the Venice Gondoliers.
Coach Croson brought the Birmingham team in and got upset. I really have a lot of respect for Lorenzo and his staff and all the people from East L.A. My grandfather lived right over here off of First and Evergreen, and I used to go to El Mercado every weekend and throw down. so I love East L.A. and we're going to keep playing each other, and I have a lot of respect for Lorenzo, and I know he's got a young team, and it's going to be real tough for us next year because we're a real veteran team. So.
And that's the ebb and flow of the game. Some, you're building sometimes, and other times you're good for a couple of years, and then it changes. The cycle's coming.
And like Lorenzo, he played some tough teams. Edison and St. Bonaventure, and we were playing Chaminade and Oaks Christian, and we're both getting battle tested. So even though today was our day, I would never discount Garfield and the job that the staff does, and their players always play with a lot of heart. And heck, if I couldn't coach on the west side of where I'm from, I'd love to come out here and coach a bunch of Mexican kids in East L.A. That would be my dream.
Well, the community is growing. There's Torres High School now has been added over here in the east side. Of course, you know that it's a smaller school, but nonetheless, in time, it's going to have the reputation of a Garfield and a Roosevelt.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And with the way the city just keeps blowing out in all directions, But for us, it's fun to come to East L.A. and play teams from the east side. We've played Roosevelt in the playoffs before, and we've played Lincoln, and we've played some of the teams out this way. And we played Salesian the other day, and they're another East Side team. So I like to do that, and I like our guys from our school to see the different parts of L.A. and how they represent themselves. And
what we do at East L.A. Sports Scene is, of course, we highlight our own schools here, but we also, when we see coaches who are representing the culture,
That's right.
doing good things. We certainly want to take time and introduce them to our viewers because if we don't see you here in East L.A., Coach, we may not have a chance to see you anywhere else.
That's right, and hopefully we'll be back in East L.A. later this year, maybe playing for something real big.
Yes.
We hope to just keep getting better, but I've always enjoyed coming over here and playing here, and I'm just grateful to Lorenzo that he put us on his schedule, and I think we're going to be playing each other for a long time.
Okay, well, that's wonderful to hear. Coach, let's talk about it now, the X's and the O's, the
Yeah.
offense, the defense, and all the things that are football. Friday Night Lights here, and it's the first half of the season is almost gone.
Well,
You've got one more to go
yeah.
with Dorsey, and then you start your league.
Right.
Coach Hernandez starts next week against Huntington Park. But talk about the Venice Gondoliers.
Well, tonight obviously Juwan Parham ignited us with a punt return and a kick return right off the bat, and for a team coming off a tough loss against Oaks Christian, it allowed us to kind of relax and just settle in and play. So, but Dorsey will be a tough test again, another inner city battle where really playoff seeding and other kind of things are on the line, as was tonight. If you lose to one of these teams, you can rest assured you'll be seated below them in the tournament, and it's tough. It's tough going, when you have to go on the road in the tournament. So, for us, Dorsey's a big game. It's another part of the city where, tonight was East Side, West Side, and then next week it'll be the South Side against the West Side. And but Dorsey's a really tough team, a lot of speed, very well coached. A legendary coach in Coach Knox. So we're just going to do our best. But we do have speed all over the field. We have explosive players all over the field, and we have about 20 returning starters. So this team is a senior-oriented team, and so we'll see what we can do to make a run.
We like special teams, too.
Yeah, our special teams are good. We got get a little more consistent on our extra points and field goal stuff, but definitely when you have athletes, your special teams should be better. And we have a kicker from the soccer team, Kevin Messina, who I actually coached I coached his father back in the 80s when I was a young coach at Venice, just becoming a coach. So kind of come full circle with that one. But yeah, Kevin's been a huge plus for us with his kickoffs and stuff.
Okay, and of course you're on fourth downs. You got a good punter that
Yeah.
get the ball downfield.
Yeah, our punter is from New Zealand. He's a Maori. He's a foreign exchange student, and he looks like a Mexican kid, but he's from the east side of New Zealand. But he's a good kid, and he can rugby kick, and we're trying to work on it before we launch it. Yeah, the running kick. We're trying to work on that, but.
Okay, Coach, gosh, there's so many things we'd love to be able to sit down and keep you here, but I know that you have the bus is waiting for you. But we just want to ask you, Coach, on your quarterback.
Yes.
Because of the fact that he has already been recruited and committed, he's going to the Big Ten, and that's got to speak a very, very, very positive story for you and your program.
No, we're really proud of him. We're happy for him, and obviously he knows that the players around him have enabled him to showcase his talents. When you can throw the ball to 4 or 5 different guys and they're all capable of breaking the play, it's pretty unusual. But yeah, Alexander's worked very hard. He's a 4-year varsity player and certainly deserving of any accolades, and definitely deserving of being a Big Ten recruit.
And you have helped him right through the process, correct?
Yeah, I have coached him, and he's a good kid. He's worked hard, and we're proud of him. And I'm really lucky to have coached a lot of good quarterbacks at Venice High. Okay. And he's just the latest.
Well, it's got to speak very, very highly of your program, Coach, because when other young players are looking to matriculate and get into Venice High School, they can see right there, at least the quarterback position and other positions, those kids have opportunities to excel.
No doubt. We do. We definitely have a good reputation for our quarterback play, and we're going to just keep trying to build on that. And hopefully, as I said, this team is a senior-dominated team, and maybe we can keep improving our behavior on and off the field, and just keep working hard, keep our eye on what we're trying to accomplish, and maybe we'll get lucky and make something happen this year.
Okay, Coach Angelo Gasca.
Thank you.
Muchas gracias.
Muchas gracias. Okay.
And we'll see you again down the road, Coach. Thank you so much thank you very much. And we'll do that. Thank you so much, Coach Angelo Gasca and Alexander Diamant, the quarterback. We've interviewed them, and now It's time to wrap things up here from Bulldog Stadium and the home of the Garfield Bulldogs. Final score, Venice Gondoliers 47, the Bulldogs 12, and both teams will come back out next week for their next opponents, and the season will continue on. So, for Juan Rojas, Ricky Rosas, yours truly, Rico Cabrera, thanks for watching this edition of East L.A. Sports Scene, and stay tuned for our next production. You will enjoy it. We'll see you soon.